52? That's more than 800 views. Subhanallah. I don't know where those one came from. I don't know where it came. That was the most watched so far. Ask him once in his car.
I don't know if I'll stay for the whole thing, but I'll be here.
Just leave the I can talk to the sister behind.
Okay, very good. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
ممكن أسامة
أنا دايما باجي هنا
ماشي جزاك الله خير.
You said you wanted to talk to her.
No, I said if it's not complete.
No, it's good. Yeah, you're good. That's the last one.
Okay, but there is cash. There is cash.
There's cash.
There is, no, there is cash.
There's the cash. So it's 450.
Okay, sure. جزاك الله خير. جزاك الله خير. لا لا بس
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your siyam, your qiyam and your all good deeds. Inshallah, the Academy Masjid is hosting iftar tomorrow, inshallah. The Academy Masjid is hosting iftar tomorrow, inshallah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward the best those who hosted the day today, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair.
الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الفلاح، قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله.
اعتدلوا، استقيموا واستووا واعتدلوا. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين، اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. واتل عليهم نبأ ابني آدم بالحق إذ قربا قربانا فتقبل من أحدهما ولم يتقبل من الآخر، قال لأقتلنك. قال إنما يتقبل الله من المتقين. لئن بسطت إلي يدك لتقتلني ما أنا بباسط يدي إليك لأقتلك، إني أخاف الله رب العالمين. إني أريد أن تبوء بإثمي وإثمك فتكون من أصحاب النار، وذلك جزاء الظالمين. فطوعت له نفسه قتل أخيه فقتله فأصبح من الخاسرين. فبعث الله غرابا يبحث في الأرض ليريه كيف يواري سوءة أخيه. قال يا ويلتى أعجزت أن أكون مثل هذا الغراب فأواري سوءة أخي، فأصبح من النادمين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين، اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. من أجل ذلك كتبنا على بني إسرائيل أنه من قتل نفسا بغير نفس أو فساد في الأرض فكأنما قتل الناس جميعا ومن أحياها فكأنما أحيا الناس جميعا ولقد جاءتهم رسلنا بالبينات ثم إن كثيرا منهم بعد ذلك في الأرض لمسرفون. إنما جزاء الذين يحاربون الله ورسوله ويسعون في الأرض فسادا أن يقتلوا أو يصلبوا أو تقطع أيديهم وأرجلهم من خلاف أو ينفوا من الأرض ذلك لهم خزي في الدنيا ولهم في الآخرة عذاب عظيم. إلا الذين تابوا من قبل أن تقدروا عليهم فاعلموا أن الله غفور رحيم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
اطلب تعبان ممكن تأجلها بكرة.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم. كل عام وانتم بخير. May Allah grant you and us all forgiveness in this holy month of Ramadan. Take a few minutes to talk to you because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the Quran, فذكر إن الذكرى تنفع المؤمنين أو المؤمنين. Remind them as reminding them, they be helpful to them. Tell you, the Imam mentioned a week or so ago about extension for the cemetery projected cost $3.5 million, and that's a fact. I already located a piece of land, 2.5 acres. It is going to be for sale by auction from the US government, the BLM. It's right there, and I will chop it on the 18th. Process of expanding the religious activities and religious work. It's a process. You get the land first and go and zone it and then start developing and building. That's how the stages go, right? I personally talking to you now because I start to see the writing on the wall for what, alhamdulillah, Allah allowed me to be able to achieve in the community, but I am very, very utterly concerned about the attitude of the community. The other day, as I'm driving by myself, there was a janazah, and I asked myself, can I trust this community with my body being buried there? Sad, but the answer to me is no. Sorry, that's the reality. You're going to have to hear it from me and here and now. I am the funeral director. I'm a physician by trade, for those of you who don't know, but I have no qualm. If you go and Google my name, you see Dr. So-so and funeral director. Well, it's a conflict of interest. Do I tell the patient to bury them? Who is going to sign my burial permit? Who? Me being the funeral director for the Islamic cemetery over there, that's non-profit, I save, alhamdulillah, the foundation about $150,000 in fees for somebody to come and sign the permit. Cost, money is very scary for Muslims in particular. And that's why if you go to the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in almost each and every location in the Quran where He mentioned jihad, except in 2 locations, jihad with money and then yourself. Is money that great and that luring to human beings, especially Muslims? The answer is yes. So who's going to sign my burial permit if I'm dead? No. There are, you will sign it, thank you son, but you become illegal, you go to jail. Here is his hand, thank you. Well, I appreciate it very I am very healthy except for the cold, but I have to think. And I'm going to go with a very quick story for us to learn from it. There is an organization, used to be organization in the United States called ICRA. How many of you know about it or heard of it or did anything with it? Dr. Shafi did. Few here. ICRA is the first organization established in the United States of America by a Pakistani brother and his wife in Chicago that did publish Islamic books, articles, and everything that's Islamic had to come from ICRA in those days.
My late wife, God bless her soul, had a bone marrow transplant in the University of Chicago. So for about 4.5 months, I was flying to Chicago on the average once a week or twice a week, and I got to know him very well. I believe, I forgot his first name, Sheikh, but his last name was Mr. Khan. And I got to visit his organization, and I got to spend time with him, play together. And all of a sudden, I hear that he is here in Vegas and looking for me. So I knew him. I called, I said, well, I'll free my schedule, we can meet, and we met. He asked me a question, Dr. Heikel, can you take care of Ikra? My wife was dying in Sunrise. I have a practice to take care of. I have a school to run. And here is a good man asking me to take care of his non-profit organization because nobody in his community in Chicago is willing to take it all. I am at that point today. The issues that I see around me, and alhamdulillah, a major part of my success in this life is the fact that I look far ahead, and a lot of people who did dealings with me professionally or in any arena, they tell you I am ahead of the curve, alhamdulillah. I see the writing in the wall that this will collapse after I die. There are things I can do for the community while I'm alive, but there are things I cannot do when I am 6 feet down. I am trying to make a decision. Do I give my recommendation for my children to let me get buried here, or to go get buried in the lots that I have acquired right next to the grave of my wife at Davis Funeral Home. And that's serious. What I am telling you, consider it heart to heart. The people, Muslims in particular, from my dealing have inherent desire to destroy what's Islamic. It's not Trump, it's not the FBI, it's not the police out there, it is us. It is us. All right. When we have a funeral, alhamdulillah, the community is so large now, and they come here and pray. They don't come and pray with us on a daily basis, but they come for the funeral, which is fine. And the imam tells them, there isn't enough parking in there, please leave your car right here and walk. Walking is good, makes you healthy. No, they all go there, we don't have enough spots. So what do? They go and into the neighborhood across the street from the cemetery, and that's a big no. I signed to that. You're talking to the person who signed the agreement with Mr. Sisolak when he was the commissioner, eventually became a governor, not to drive any car in the neighborhood across the street. And there is a lady sitting there with the name of Edie, with a camera, videotaping us when they're in the cemetery, trying to do what? Trying to close it down. Anybody is helping her? The answer is yes. Muslims. No parking in Bermuda. I see a Mercedes parking there, last funeral. I sent Mazhar to talk to the guy, tell him you don't park here. No, he's going to park there because this cemetery needs to be closed down. All right? When the cemetery gets closed down, and Edie is working on it very, very diligently. Edie, in a meeting between her and another lady and Mr. Sisolak and myself, in order to calm them down and take care of their objection to the cemetery before the hearing, wanted to be responsible, me personally, and after me, my children, if one of the students in the school across the street get traumatized by a funeral procession of the Muslims going to be buried. I smiled. Mr. Sisolak was very kind and he said, are you out of your mind? How do you know if those students are already sick and damaged psychologically? Because you want him to be responsible for that after him as children. That gives you an idea about the person that we're dealing with. This is a scrunched woman who took the issue as a personal defeat. And when you take it as a personal defeat, you try to work very hard in order to get it back or undo your defeat. And who's helping her? Not the police, not the non-Muslims out there, not the FBI, not whoever in the White House. It is you, and you. That's the reality. Reality. Do I trust the community with my body when I'm dead? Very frankly, no. Sorry, that's the way it is. Now, remember 2 weeks ago when the Imam announced the $3.5 million to expand the cemetery. Cemetery still has quite a few lots. It's not running out, but my calculation was wrong, and I admit. When I presented the case to the commissioners, I thought that this cemetery would last the community for 30, 35 years. My projection in about the rate that I have seen now of death among us Muslims, maximum 5 years will run out of lots over there. And with how much we care and how much we serve and clean and keep things the way it should be, it will be closed down and unearthed. Everybody out there, and either you find a spot for your loved one, or they will go and dump in a mass cemetery in Boulder City. Reality. All right. We need people to go and apply to become funeral director. So you can save the organization 150, maybe more than that down the road. It is not a rocket science. I did it, you can do it. I don't brag about the fact that unfortunately they did change the law. After I got the zoning here and I went through the process and became funeral director. They think that they are smart, they are idiots. It's nothing, it's 2 exams. Then, but now it has become, after I became funeral director, so I'm grandfather, you have to take 2 exams. One, they call it art, which any physician can ace it because it has a lot of chemistry, unfortunately. And second part is called the law. You have to know about the law of burial and record keeping and so on and so forth. It's open book. You read it, you memorize it, you go there and spit it, you get 100%. But now, and that's why I am taking this time to talk to you, they changed the law that after you pass step 1 and step 2, you have to do 12 months of externship under the supervision of a funeral director. I will do it for you for free. There are people in the community, I will not sponsor them because some of them went to coach my neighbor here on how to defeat. These are 2 Muslims with very long beard, by the way. Went to coach the neighbors how to defeat the Islamic cemetery project. One of them wants to become a funeral director. I said, not on my lifetime. After I die, maybe you can. Anybody has to do 12 months. If you go and do 12 months, if you are a physician or an engineer or a lawyer or a student or whatever it is, you do 12 months, means your life goes and stands still. But not with us here. Because our business is called direct burial, and you will learn about that when you take the exam. But you have to do 12 months of externship under the supervision of a funeral director. Go and ask the nearest funeral home or mortuary or bunker to sponsor you. Oh yeah, you have to be here every day from 7 o'clock to whatever, 5 p.m., which means destroy your life, your business, your livelihood. We're not going to do that for you because our volume is low and the difficulty in the arts, so for who is willing to take the test, is basically you have to learn about the burial process for each and every religion known to mankind. You have to learn about the military rules and regulations when it comes to burial, but it's in the book. You read it and you go and you take this. All right? We have 12 months. If I'm alive in 12 months, I'll sponsor one or two of you. This way, you can take care of this organization for a while. The community, unfortunately, Muslims here, and I'm sure in other communities, have an inherent desire to destroy. Somebody, a few nights ago, drives a very fancy car and parks on the handicap. So I am walking right next to him and I said, this is handicap run. I insulted him because he's rich. He told me that. I am rich. Well, I am the one who cashes every check that you donate, and I know who donated and who didn't. I said, well, show me a check. So he looked down like an idiot, and he called me, I am a horrible person because I love Egyptians, which I really don't. The people around me at that moment was Muslim, who doesn't look Egyptian. Egyptians are not that handsome. And was a security guard, a refugee from Syria. So I looked and said, he's not Egyptian and he's not Egyptian. You claim that you are rich. The only person I know who said something similar to your stupidity is Qarun. For those of you who know the story, and I'm not going to go down there. I am horrible because I do not feed Muslims every night in Ramadan. So I smiled, I said, that's as much as I could do. Show me how much can you do. He comes here to eat, he's rich, but he never offered to even chip $5. I'm not talking about thousands and thousands of dollars, but he claims, I am rich. Therefore, he has to break the rules. You don't park in the handicap, but he can. 2 weeks ago, brother came and he said, people say that that's me, named the school after his father, and that's a fact. My father is Omar Haikal and his name is listed over here. See a few faces that know the story. That's history, and if I don't tell you, shame on me. Statement from this brother that you ask people to donate, which I never asked except once, here and once in LA, and I committed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I would never ask another human being to donate, and I would never ask a human being from this moment till the day I die to donate, because I have been disappointed by this community more than one time. Brother said, statement meaning, that I put my father's name on the school, i.e. I am responsible for it, therefore my children should be. And I've heard that many times before. No, my children are not. And I see Dr. Shafi is here, I see Izzat sitting out there, and maybe another face or so that I don't remember. The first fundraising we had when I acquired this piece of land was a Jami Masjid conducted by Dr. Shafi, and there used to be, I wish him well, Pakistani physician who brags about not fasting, not a decent Muslim, who will stand in Sunrise Hospital at the beginning of Ramadan with a cup of coffee and cigarette in his mouth. That's him. So they pushed him to have what's known as the Saturday Pakistani/Indian function in his house, so the doctors can go to his house for the function instead of coming for the fundraising at the Jami Masjid. All right? The fundraising, Dr. Shafi conducted it, and he's sitting there, and he can tell you if this is true or not. $25,000 for a project then was $1.7 million. I went to Dr. Shafi and I told him, auction the name of the school. And Dr. Shafi put the name of the school for auction, and I bought it for $300,000. True or not? Say yes. So I did not hijack the name. This was purchased for my father, and I will never put the burden on my children. Burden is on you to take care of this when I am gone. Imagine all this goes away. Bismillah, mashallah, the mosque is all full. Upstairs, downstairs. This is your responsibility. It is mine when I'm alive, but when I'm gone, just protect my remains. I asked for donation twice. Once at the fundraising, 2 weeks after the fundraising, 1988. A brother said there is an imam at the mosque, King Fahd in California, and he has some Saudi connection. Why don't you ask him? And knowing how we were able to build Jami Masjid, by the way, a lot of you know it as a Pakistani mosque. The answer is no. It's not. The paperwork is Pakistani. On the paper, it is, because it started by Dr. Ikram Khan, Khalid Khan, Ikram Khan, and Junaid Anwar, and Suhail Anjum. And I was the president of it when it was built, by the way. 300,000 came from a Saudi brother, man, and the social hall over there, named after his mother. And here at Arabos, if you drive there, you will see how it is. And $75,000 was raised locally from the community. All right? I went to Masjid King Fahd, and it was by myself, with the man in my hand, met the imam, prayed with him, showed him the paper, showed him everything. He was so mesmerized that Las Vegas has Muslims. I said, yes, we do. Anyway, you want to take it and see this and see that? So, no, just give me your information. Land was huge, and I'll get back to you. That was 1988. Today, March 15th, 2025. I'm still waiting for that call. Driving back from California down here, and I'll finish. I am thinking with myself, should I let it go and just do like everyone else does? We fight about how to pray and how to do that. Then we have a split. Group splits and go and maybe start another mosque with a zawiya or whatever it is, and then they fight in another mosque, and they fight another mosque, and fight another mosque. Or I do what I am ordained to do. And as I'm thinking this way, and it hits me in my head, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ إِنَّكَ عَلَى الْحَقِّ الْمُبِينِ. Delegate your affairs to Allah right here. And what you're doing is the right thing. And I listen. Alhamdulillah. You have what you have here. I can take care of things, but when I'm done, either you have to maintain it, take good care of it, more in behavioral rather than financial. I am not like Dr. Khan in Chicago. I have endowment for the academy. And the question to you, which is the question that came to me as I'm driving from Los Angeles, am I a true believer or not? I said to myself, I am. Then Allah promised me 700 multiples on my return on my investment, and He has delivered. I am retired, alhamdulillah. I feel good, and I have enough money to last each and every one of you 2 lifetimes because of the generosity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the belief in the promise of Allah and His Prophet. His Prophet ﷺ said, مَا نَقَصَ مَالٌ مِنْ صَدَقَةٍ. Your wealth will never go under because of charitable contribution. I never ask anybody, never have, never will. Ramadan Mubarak. I hope if something happens and I am down there, that you take care of the cemetery, school, and the mosque. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please, sister, there is a complaint that most of the water, of bottle of water, they drink half of it and go home. So please, if you drink some of the bottle, take the rest with you to home. Do not leave it here. Also, brothers, those who start off the imam when he stops, this can cause more confusion. So I am behind him. Just please, if you want to follow with him with your mushaf, that's okay. But please do not start him off if he starts, because this will make more confusion. And I am behind the imam, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair.
Allah